Alright guys, how's it going? Today we're covering something a little bit different as we're going to be talking Battleborn, which is a brand new FPS game from 2K that I had the chance to try out last week at a special preview event in London. Now the game is set in the far off future in a time where most planets and all of the stars in the galaxy except for one, they've all been destroyed by the evil Viralsi, causing all kinds of species to flock to the planet orbiting the last star, which is known as Solace, where they unite in their fight against the Viralsi and send their best warriors to do battle, which are labelled as the Battleborn. So that is the premise of the story, but what is the game like? Well, if you've ever played Borderlands, then you'll instantly see some similarities in the way that it looks, but Battleborn in its own right is a first-person shooter with RPG elements brought into it that really do make it unique. So for example, there are 25 playable characters in the game, all of which have different skills and abilities such as gunfighting, swordplay, archery, healing, even magic. And then with each character you can level them up to unlock more skills using the game's Helix upgrade system, but unlike your traditional RPG where you select one character and then you build them up before switching to another to do the same, or even a shooter like Call of Duty where you have to level up to unlock items, Battleborn is unique in that each multiplayer match you play sees all characters start at level 0, with the ability to then upgrade during the match all the way to level 10, unlocking new abilities throughout, which is a really cool way to go as all players essentially start out the same regardless of whether they're new to the game or they've been playing it for a long time. So it's a great dynamic that helps keep things on a level playing field, as the last thing that you want to do when starting out is be pitted against someone who is much stronger and can wipe you out in seconds. Now the other cool thing about this is that the upgrades you receive with each level, they're entirely up to you, so the game gives you the choice of 2 upgrades in the Helix skill tree, and then you choose which one that you want, meaning you could choose a health increase or go with a better shield, or you could choose laser sights or a long range scope, so the options are entirely up to you, it's your choice. But with the ability to choose these each game instead of being stuck with your upgrades, then it allows you to try out different combinations to see which upgrades you prefer and which give you the best advantage. On top of that, having 25 characters, all of which are main characters in their own right, then not only do you have the diversity and choice of style of character you want to play as, but with all the different upgrade options for each, then it really does go in depth, and it gives you so many different ways to play the game that it keeps it feeling fresh, and you don't get burned out just constantly shooting like you would in a regular FPS game. As for the multiplayer modes, Battleborn offers 3 different types in Incursion, Devastation and Meltdown. Incursion is all about defending your base and trying to invade the opposing teams, whereas Devastation says you have to capture 3 certain points around the map and then hold them to increase your team's score up to 1000. Finally, Meltdown offers a different take altogether, which says you have to defend your own team's minions as they make their way to the death in the team's crusher, with the first team defending their minions and scoring 500 points getting the win. So there's different match types in there depending on which you prefer. I really like Devastation and having to kind of sneak in the capture points when the opposing team had them so you could kind of capture them from under the noses, and that was something that my character's upgraded cloaking ability really did work well with, as it meant I could kind of sneak in unforeseen and then play the game in a kind of stealth mode. So again, that just shows you there's so many different ways to play depending on your character and upgrade choices. As for the single player campaign, the game offers both single and co-op play with the option to play with up to 5 of your friends as you do battle against the Viralsi in different scenarios that take around 20 to 30 minutes each. I was able to play one of these at the event, both in co-op mode with a team of 5 and also going solo myself, but there's so much more fun when you're playing it in a team and working together to complete the goal, of which the first one seen us have to do battle through the level against a ton of enemies and then encounter the level boss, a giant spider-like being called a Viralsi Conservator who used magic attacks and then teleportation to make a quick escape into one of the buildings, which we then had to work together to chase him out by releasing a poison gas and then focus our attack on him out in the open until eventually we defeated him. And it did take quite a while, but in doing so it gave you a great sense of achievement. So that's my preview of the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy the multiplayer. There's just so much that you can actually do with all the characters in there and all of the upgrades, and after spending 4 hours playing the game, I still only tried a handful of characters and I only upgraded them one way, so I'm really looking forward to just getting the game and then trying out some more and playing with all the different character types just to see what else is available. Anyway guys, that is all for now, but let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments, and if you want to see more of the game, then I'll leave a link to one of the epic multiplayer matches that I played in the description, so if you want to, check that out and then let me know what you think, but until next time, I'll catch you later.